Do you feel like most Africans or Africa is taking advantage of Black Americans or the Caribbeans that want to come back home, because most of them were taken from Africa and they still want to come back home? Do you feel like they are taking advantage of that chance?
I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down? Bullshit lizards. The bullshit animals, it's scorpions outside the house, it's big ass spiders, it's big ass lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you. We came out here to build Africa. I closed all my businesses down. And of course, I could have stayed in that colonized United States of America and dealt with they bullshit. And I'm very in tune. I'm very in tune with the universe. I'm very in tune with my ancestors. I heard the calling and I came. I talk to my ancestors every day, but that don't mean I don't go through shit. Ain't no angels and no flying butterflies and rainbows around here. We all go through shit. At the end of the day, I don't like the circumstances that we're in. It's not that I can't help it. I have money. I can move, go wherever I want to go. And it wasn't that I was complaining about the fact that I was paying $100 a month. A day. I was complaining because it doesn't make no sense that the prices are so outrageous out here when you living in conditions like this. So let's be honest and let's keep it real. Nobody wants to live like this. They shouldn't even be living like this. I want to take half of Africa back to America because we can see how real living is. Because this shit is pathetic. So at the end of the day, for everybody who say I was complaining, I wasn't complaining. I was telling it just.
And we still welcome our brothers and sisters, Black Americans, whether you are in Jamaica, in whatever place you are in the US. We still say, welcome back home. Let's come and, experience that lifestyle. Come and you can even get, buy properties. You can invest. You can have businesses in Africa. You can employ people through that, you know. That's how you have come back to support your motherland. This is your motherland and it needs you to support, like it needs you to stand with it. It's not like they're exploiting you. You are just trying to contribute to the economy, which is fair. It's not exploiting, it's fair. But I understand that there are a lot of people who are actually trying to scam these foreigners, especially when they don't know how to go around about things, when they don't know who to, how to get places to stay, the best places to visit. Some of them would take advantage of that and they would end up being scammed or being asked for more money than they should have been asked, which is the wrong thing to do. If you're taking advantage of someone who's coming to visit, who's coming to experience the lifestyle, the life that their parents or their grandparents lived, and you keep telling them, welcome to Africa, come and experience the safaris, come, let's visit the parks, let's go and visit the museums. And at the end of the day, you exploit them or you ask for more than what is required or what is allowed. That is something that should be condoned. That's not how to go about with the the foreigners or the brothers and sisters that were taken, or most of them were taken forcefully and some of them were sold, and they want to come back to Africa. They want to experience their ancestral lands. Let's give them a chance. Let's welcome them. Let's give them that chance to experience every other part that they want to experience. Let's show them the way to invest in Africa, the way to help with the economy, to start businesses, to acquire lands and build homes. They can even move to Africa because I know it's a dream to most of the people in America to come back and retire back in Africa. Just because Africa is that place that it has the best weather, we have the best soil, we can produce all through the year, and that's what everyone wants to experience. So guys, let me know what you think about this video. Give the video a thumbs up, like, like, subscribe, and share if you can. See you in my next one.
Now let me flip the fucking script, okay? Let's talk about the fact that we get abused over here too. The thing about Ghana is stop crying victim. Stop crying victim, because y'all cheat us out of a lot of stuff. Y'all invited us to come home, which by the thousands we did. We came running to Ghana. People sold their homes, moved out of their apartments, sold everything. Some people packed up containers and moved over here just to get over here and realize this is not our home. Y'all call us foreigners. Ghanaians call us that. We didn't make that word up. We didn't start calling ourselves that. We don't know that that's what y'all call the white people and the Chinese because we're not around them. But we know that that's what y'all call us. I ain't never heard the word before, Tabi, till I came to Ghana. Okay. Y'all invite us home. Let's talk about what y'all do to us. Starting from the fucking before we get to the airport, we got to have a visa that we pay for to even enter our home. We pay all this money for passports and visas to get here. We get to the airport, and as soon as you see a fucking blue passport, everybody's coming for us. Can you give me something small at the COVID place? You get to immigration. Can you give me something small? You get to baggage. Can you give me something small? A person grabbed a damn cart and put my bag on it and got mad because I gave him $5 because I only had hundreds, because you come over here with hundreds to get the best, cash in rate. How about he looked at that and said, I don't want that. I said, what you mean you don't want it? I said, I want to know, what did you expect me to give you? He said, $10. I said, so you want me to give you over 100 CDs for picking up a bag, putting it in a cart? He don't know this is like my 5th time coming through the airport. I have never seen nowhere in any country or state where people have openly, it says $60 for foreigners, $30 for locals, okay? You go to Cocoon Park, and I don't remember the price. Let's say $200 for foreigners, because that's what y'all call us, $40 for locals. You go to the castle, it's $60 for foreigners, $10 for locals. I ain't never seen that nowhere. I ain't never went nowhere in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada where it said you pay, if you a local, if you're from here, you pay $3 for a Coca-Cola, but if you're a foreigner, you pay $8 for a Coca-Cola. I ain't never seen that nowhere except Ghana. Nobody in the airport has ever asked me for no money for nothing. I have only seen that in Ghana. Now let's talk about the fact that y'all welcomed us home and how this process looks to me. According to y'all, the ones of us that were stolen, so let's talk about the process of coming home. We got stolen from our mother, our birth mother and father. 20 years later, we're probably 26 years old now. Our mother finds us and she said, baby, y'all come home. I miss you. Come back home. Get out them streets where they don't love you at and come home. So we drive, take a taxi, however we get to our mother's address, we get there. But before she let us come to the door, she says, oh, welcome home. But before you come in, can you pay me $300 to enter the door? That's the visa to come home.
What's up, my good people? Welcome to this channel. My name is Karen, and this is a new channel. Kindly consider subscribing. Let's create a community and give the video a thumbs up if you love the video. So guys, as Africans, we always say, welcome back our brothers and sisters that were taken from Africa back then in the colonial period, like as slaves, or some of them were even sold. They were not forcefully taken. So at the same time, a lot of people that have visited Africa, like from the Caribbean or Black Americans that have come back home, They want to come and experience that life, what it felt like, how their parents lived, and, visit the museums, visit all those historical places, mingle with people, and know what it feels like to be in Africa. So most of them have come, but they are disappointed by the fact that they feel like we are taking an advantage of them. Like they should be no, they should be living free. Like they shouldn't be overcharged just because they came from America or from anywhere in the Caribbean. They shouldn't be asked for an extra fee. Just like in the getting visas, most of the people, when you want to get a visa, you have to be charged like something more. So they feel like it should be free because they are also Africans. But at the same time, I saw somewhere that most of the people, or or Black Americans and some Black people in Jamaica, they are not necessarily originally from Africa. Some of them were even in America before the white people, and they were in the Caribbean long ago. It doesn't mean that they were taken from Africa. So coming back to Africa should not be like uh, it's a free thing, like you shouldn't be charged anything. Because as Africans, as a country like Kenya, that is where they get their income from these tourists, foreigners. We still call them foreigners because they are not Kenyan, or they are not Ugandan, Tanzanian, or Nigerian. You don't have a passport and all that. Your passport is American or Jamaican. It's not African. So that's where the government gets its revenue. And that's something that you cannot control. Like, we can't say, okay, today let's make it free for everyone. Okay, it's easier for someone in the US to get a visa to Kenya, but it's not free. You need to pay something. But one thing that this lady mentioned that I don't actually support is the people or the services that you are being offered, like the taxis and all those people working there, get trying to get extra cash from them, or trying to exploit you, or asking you for a tip, which is not necessarily something that you should be asking. Someone should give it to you voluntarily. It shouldn't be something that you asking by, like it's by force. You have to give me something because I helped you around, or because you came from the US. It's not supposed to be like that. That's actually something like scamming. It's not something that I support. But then when you come to Africa, how do you expect someone who is doing their business, like a hotel, owning a restaurant, a motel, you expect them to do it at a fair price or the normal price when they know that this is a place that attracts tourists and that's where their income is supposed to come from, you know? It's not like they are trying to exploit you. They're just doing it because it's business. At the end of the day, they need to make something for themselves. At the end of the day, the government needs to get something extra from the tourists or the foreigners. What would it look like if a lot of things are done, like the pricing of, let's say, the visiting national parks, museums, the pricing of a foreigner and a citizen is the same, you know? I don't find it like it's exploiting. It's not exploiting foreigners or these our brothers and sisters. So we still welcome you. We still want you guys to come back to Africa. Invest. Let's invest in Africa. Let's make it a better place. We need it to be that place where most of the people in Africa will not be leaving Africa. to the US to get jobs. You can get jobs in Africa, you know. So if you don't pay for the services, then that means there is no job for someone. Like there shouldn't be someone working because there is no pay for them.